This is Sam, Get Cake, Wear Cake, Fly. I think the more albums I make, the more confused I get about what I'm trying to do. I know that's probably not the answer that somebody should be giving when they're releasing an album, but that's kind of been my philosophy for the last 4 records. I don't necessarily think that the album is a rock album, but there are moments where I feel it's a bit unhinged. I think really it's a pop album. You know, I think the key to me when wanting to make this record was to have something that was very simple. It's about the sound and the energy, you know, more than it is about trying to be too clever. It's trying to get back to the real kind of simple nature of trying to slip things into simple pop songs. I was listening to a lot of, you know, from the Blockheads, Talking Heads, kind of the Clash, Blur, listening to like British bands that do, you know, that make clever pop music. And, you know, I don't think I've managed to make a record that's on the same level as those artists' records, but it's certainly my attempt at trying to, you know, find ways to say things that I care about in songs that are, you know, slightly different to songs that I've written before. It's going to be the first tour in quite a while, actually, in May. October 2010 was the last time that we did, you know, a run of dates that weren't for the solo record. And it's been an interesting time, actually, getting into rehearsals for it. I mean, I think we've spent more time rehearsing than previously, because there's a lot of material to choose from now. There's kind of 5 albums floating about, so it's been interesting trying to mix something like the tracks from this album that are quite heavy into tracks from the first record, which are finger picking and quite mellow. The Real McCoy video is something that, you know, I really wanted to do for a song on the previous album. The story came about, there was this boxer called Kid McCoy who you know, he was kind of, you know, he's like the Hulk Hogan of his day, I guess, and he kind of became so famous in Scotland that every kind of circus and carnival region that toured, he ended up being there, but nobody could really decipher which Kid McCoy it was until one promoter called him out. And the legend is, whether it happened or not, I don't know, but that he knocked the promoter's teeth out, and the promoter started billing him as the real Kid McCoy. And then the Scottish Whisky started an advertising campaign that was the Real McKay, and then it became the Real McCoy, and that's how it ended up in the language. And yeah, and it's quite good to be, you know, to be playing it in a boxing club, really. And the same with the video, because it feels kind of that kind of grit and that, you know, story behind it kind of shaped the way that song and then subsequently the album turned out.